My name is Chris Rhinehart. I am project lead on Prey, being developed here at Human Head Studios in conjunction with 3D Realms. Prey is a first-person shooter where one of the main things we wanted to do with it was we wanted a first-person shooter that has a really strong story and an interesting main character, while at the same time kind of evolving the gameplay and bringing in some new elements that have never really been seen in a first-person shooter before. From a story standpoint, the main character is a young Native American by the name of Tommy. He's kind of in a dead-end job, doesn't really care about his life. The only thing keeping him on his reservation is his girlfriend, who has really strong ties to her community. Now, early in the game, actually, the player and a number of other people from the reservation are abducted by aliens, so he gets the chance to kind of leave the reservation in an unexpected way. And then the story kind of changes over to where it's more of like kind of he's trying to find his girlfriend and get off the ship. He's not, like I said, a muscle-bound meathead. He's not really interested in saving the world. Just wants to find her, just wants to get home. And that's kind of the initial part of the story. We don't really want to give away too much of the story because we want people to really experience it. So that's his initial motivation. From a gameplay standpoint, some of the main things we want to do with the game were, because we have this crazy alien world, we can kind of do whatever we want. So during the initial R&D phases, we came up with a bunch of different ideas. Wall walk, which what that is the ability to actually walk up on walls onto the ceiling and on certain basically like wall walk strips. Gravity, which is another kind of playing around with gravity type of thing, where normally gravity is just the normal down. In Prey, it can be on the walls, it can be on the ceilings. We can have what we call spherical gravity, where it's actually pulled to a point, so you can run around on the outside of a planet. Another thing that we have, which kind of brings in the Native American side of things, is a thing called spirit walk, which is the ability for the main character to actually leave his body, kind of astral project, where you can leave your body and you can kind of stash your body someplace hopefully safe. When you're in that mode, certain things don't hurt you. You can go through fire, you can walk through force fields. Enemies, you can kind of get the jump on enemies, take them down before they notice you. That's just another thing that really brings a lot of differences to the game. And then especially when we combine this stuff, where you leave your body on wall walk, you spirit walk, you go through force field, and you kind of send your body through on this wall walk. So we get more complicated puzzles by kind of building this stuff in. And another feature that we've added to the game, which is one of my favorites, is a feature called Death Walk. And in most games, you die, you're done, game over. You have to reload or restart the level at the beginning. In Prey, Death Walk, you actually die, you go to this kind of underworld realm where you have to fight to earn the right to come back. And how well you do in this underworld realm will determine how much spirit power you have and how much health that you have when you come back. So, and it's really, really quick. It's like, 10 seconds, 15 seconds long. Well, in Prey, when you first start it, there isn't easy, medium, hard. There's just normal mode. You can just play. There is an extra hard mode that you can unlock after you've played through the single player one time. But in Prey, we don't have the easy, medium, hard because we have this adaptive difficulty system. And the way that works is it basically is analyzing how the player does throughout the game and then determines whether to make things a little bit harder or a little bit easier. And what it actually does is, based upon past history against certain creatures, it constantly does like a statistical analysis of how you're doing in the battle at that moment. And it's not so granular that it will constantly change little tiny values while you're playing. It only changes things at major events. So if you die, then it will kind of reevaluate things and figure out, why did you die? What do I need to make a little bit easier? And when you kill a creature, if you killed him a little bit too quickly, or your health was really, really high and he didn't really do much damage to you at all, maybe it might make that creature a little bit more difficult. And it is per creature based. So if there's one type of creature that you're really, really good at killing, the difficulty against that creature is going to be higher. But if there's another one that you're not so good at, the difficulty against that creature is going to be lower. So it's always tuned to whatever battle you're currently in. Well, on the 360, we definitely want to support live, and we are supporting live. We're supporting achievements, of course. We've got a lot of different achievements in the game. We're supporting Marketplace. There will be downloadable stuff available. We haven't announced exactly what's going to be available, but we're currently working on all of that. As well as, of course, there's team play and competitive play. 8-player multiplayer, 8-player deathmatch, 8-player team deathmatch that you can play on live, against all of your friends or enemies. The philosophy that 3D Realms is coming from for the achievements is they really think that achievements should be achievable by most people. They don't want a lot of achievements that are really, really difficult, that are really kind of so secret they have to go online to read about, to figure out everything with it. and you have to play through the game like 5 times in order to get all the achievements. There are a number that are tied to hard mode, so you have to play back through to get everything. But I would say a good portion of the achievements you can get just playing through single player kind of the first time. There are, of course, a number of secret achievements as well that are you'll kind of have to experiment, or if you play a certain area a different way, you'll get an achievement. But those are kind of lesser compared to kind of the major ones throughout the game. Look for Prey this summer for the PC and for the Xbox 360.